guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something what's been highly requested from so many of you. I know a lot of people buy our loungefly bags secondhand, so they've been used before, and sometimes when it comes to a grail bag that we have no choice but to buy them secondhand just because we can't get them new anymore. So people have used them. If they are old releases where they've came out a few years back, then more than likely we're going to end up with stains, marks, creases and all that kind of stuff. So as you can see, I have got a lot of loungefly bags myself, and I've ended up finding some strategies what really help me if I do purchase a bag and it comes with a stain or a scuff, and more than likely a ink stain. And an ink stain is a pain to get out because it's ink. So I'm going to be telling you a few things I've done in the past, what's really helped me, and hopefully you'll get some tips from me. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to try and resolve for you, and that is stains, marks, scratches and all that things where you'll get a dirty line across it, or you've got an ink stain. And the best thing I've actually found on the market for this is the pink stuff. The pink stuff is not well known. You can't buy it really on the high streets. I've not seen it on the high streets anyway, so if anyone's seen it in Morrison's, say, then link below, tell me where can I find this stuff, because the only place I can find it is eBay, and it can be a little bit pricey. I think it cost me around about £14 when I got it, but I haven't actually got any with me because it's in my husband's garage, and that's where we keep all the products we don't use very often, and I haven't actually got it out the garage today. But as you can see, it's just a little pink tub. It's white inside, and it's like a, how can I put it, like a creamy chalky kind of texture, and you rub it on to the stain itself. In my case it was a ink stain. It was only a tiny ink stain, but all I did was rub it in and it evaporated literally. So guys, I've got the bag to show you where it actually was, and it was round here, and as you can see it's not there anymore. And this is pure white, like a fake leather bag, and it's white, so it's gonna show up. And it was a blue ink stain. It was just from a pen, so when the bag was used, it was literally, you would have put a pen in there and just scuffed it. No one's fault at all, but I managed to get it out. And all I did, like I said, was a minute bit of the pink stuff, put it on, rub it in. Don't have to leave it for a number of hours or anything like that, and it came out a treat. So that is one idea definitely I would use. Another thing I would do, if you have got some kind of scuff marks, if you've got clothes transfer, so you've got a little bit of dye at the bottom of your backpack, stuff like that, is people say use baby wipes, but I personally use facial wipes. So the wipes what you take your makeup off, just because they have got some kind of chemical in it what is different to a baby wipe. Obviously you may imagine that anyway, but I've always used facial wipes. The texture is a lot different than a baby wipe, and the chemicals they use is slightly different. So I've always found that by using a facial wipe, then a baby wipe really will get that colour transfer off. And also if you've got any scuff marks or anything you want to try and get rid of, then definitely try facial wipes instead of any kind of baby wipes. I've used a few different types of facial wipes, but the ones I've used is these ones here. These I got from, I think it's from Pound Shop. I got 2 in a pack. Really simple to use, and just rub it on as you would anything, and these really worked for me. Everything I'm saying today, obviously it may not work for everybody, but I'm just giving you some tips of what's helped me in the past and may help you. Okay guys, the next thing is I'm going to be talking about is how to actually get the shine back onto your bags, because like I've just showed you with the leather one, sometimes if they are a couple of years old, they do start to get a little, the shine goes off them, and I don't like that. I like them to look pristine, like they've just literally come out the shop, like most people would like to if you're a collector. or just every day just want to use it. You want it looking its best when you've just brought it. And when it comes to a leather bag, the best thing I have used, and that is baby oil. Just a standard baby oil bottle, a minute bit of oil. You do not need a lot. You don't need to smother it. Just get a little cotton board or a cotton pad, what you do your face with, and just literally rub it over your leather, and it will really come out a treat. I do know with Loungefly bags, they don't always have the same texture, but I've used it on this one. As you can see, it's really light and it's just amazing. Also, the bag behind me with all the princesses on, I've used it on that as well. Just going over the print, making it more stand out, pop out with a little bit of shine to it. And as you can see, it looks perfect, and that is not a new bag at all, and it just looks amazing. So just a little bit of a minute amount of baby oil will really help to just get that shine back, pop out of you, and it'll just look brand new. Okay guys, so the next thing I wanted to kind of tell you how you can actually get your ears to go straight back instead of bending forward is using laggy bands. The reason I say laggy bands is because they're really light. You haven't got to have anything where you've got to keep it pressed down, so like a box or something to press it down or anything like that. Simple as laggy bands, what you can get from the supermarket, from your parcels. If you get a chunk of parcels, sometimes your delivery man will put a band over it just to keep it all together. Get one of those, cheapest chips, trust me, and just get your ears. And I haven't actually got one to demonstrate at the moment, but literally put it over your ear. So you put it over there, and then you put the laggy band just over your hook, and then same on the next side, and that will literally just pin it back like that. And it will look a bit strange at first, but just leave that for I would say around about 12 hours, but no longer than that. And then when you take the laggy bands off, they will actually keep straight forward for you, and that is the best way I found to get the shape back into the ears, to keep them pinned back so they're not folding forward. I know a lot of people have problems when it comes to people packing them. Sometimes they'll get squashed in a box, so by the time it gets to you, they are fully forward, and it's a pain to get them back into shape. But definitely just get a couple of laggy bands, put them around your ears, around your hook, and then leave them for a good 12 hours or so, not long at all, and then they will spring back forward. Yet again, this has helped me numerous times when I've had Loungefly bags come in the post and they've literally been bending forward. I have literally just got my laggy bands, put them back, and it's worked. That's worked for me. I'm not saying it will work for everybody, but like I've said, I'm just going to give you some top tips on what I've done and helped me. Okay guys, next thing is probably straightforward, and most collectors do it anyway, but I just want to kind of reflect on it myself. With these bags, sometimes they don't keep their shape. Sometimes they'll end up with creases down the side because they've been squashed and all that kind of stuff. So what I tend to do is pack it with some packing paper. So this is just some ordinary packing paper you can get from the supermarket, post office, or whatever really, and really cram it in to the corners to keep that shape, and make sure you overfill it. I know that sounds a bit weird, but I always tend to overfill the bags just in case they don't kind of meet up to what it should be. So overpack it, get that shape back, and then maybe take a little bit out later on in maybe a few days or so, but so it can get its general shape back. Overpack it slightly, not to the point where you can't zip it up obviously, but just try and get that shape back. So overpack it for a few days, get your shape back, and then take a little bit out, and then just give it a little once over, and you should have your perfect shape back and it looking its best. Okay guys, the last thing I wanted to share with you is how you can actually get these to stop dangling around. As you can see, flopping around. Sometimes if they are flopping around, they will end up getting a bit dirty, a bit scraggly. So what I tend to do, and I've got an example on another one, obviously this is a new one, it's still tagged, but what I want to show you, what's really simple you can do yourself, is just get a little bit of cardboard, from anywhere really. It could just be an old letter if you really want to. It can be paper. It don't actually have to be cardboard. I have got a few where I've just done it with paper and that's fine. And literally just put it over there when you have folded it in half, as you can see. Put a little bit of washi tape on it, or sellotape, or just something to keep it secure, and that will keep it into place. So if you are hanging it on your wall or displaying it somewhere, then you can definitely keep them tucked in so they're not dangling everywhere. But also if you are wanting to keep them pristine and you don't want any damage, then that's a good way as well. Obviously you wouldn't be using this technique if you wanted to actually use the bag, but that is something, if you want to display it, it's looking a bit tatty, you need it all folded up, then that is the best way I've found so far, and try and get it as neat as possibly as I can. Okay guys, that's everything I have got to share with you today. I really hope I've gave you some tips on how to look after your loungeflies. I know when I was starting off in the loungefly obsession that I really wanted to kind of know this information on what I could use when it comes to stains and marks and stuff like that. So I really hope this has helped you guys. So guys, that's it for me today. Also guys, if you have enjoyed this, remember to subscribe, completely free to you guys, and follow along. I love hearing from you guys. Also, leave me a little comment below. Have you got a troublesome loungefly where you can't get the stain off? Have you tried some of the stuff I have already told you and it's worked? Have you tried this stuff and it's not worked and you've got a different kind of solution? Let me know in the comments guys. I love to help anyone out who is struggling to get their loungeflies into shape. But for now, I just want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Thank you.